Not necessarily, because when you're looking at, for example, this particular townhome in particular, all you see is garage, and then there's a door. All you see is garage. It's well over 50% of the facade. So I feel like the Olathe allows just a little bit of wiggle room. Like, we could incorporate Olathe's code, and all they would have to do is change the setbacks a little bit to create that variation. You know what I mean?
I guess what we're looking for is if you could come back with some visuals for us of what actually 50% looks like, and that would probably be very helpful.
Okay, so.
Have to put carriage doors on it or something, just
And maybe that'll give you
soften it
time to
up.
look this over a little bit too, Michael, because on this one, I think we're all trying to achieve the same goal, but we don't want to have it so restricted that it's too cumbersome and difficult for developers. On the other hand,
I don't build enough townhomes to know. I might have to do some.
Okay.
We'll come back with
This one we'll revisit at our next meeting, because I think
Okay.
we kind of need to look at it. Okay, accessory structures.
Well, Overland Park seems to be the most basic, although it is pretty
Detail.
wordy in how much is included, but the idea is to make sure that every piece of a multi-family complex, primarily this is looking at apartment complexes, I think, in this regard, that they're just compatible with the main structures.
And that's a good
And
point.
that's our general commercial design guidelines now in the city.
So we like Overland Parks for that. It's actually not that restrictive. It's just basically saying that the accessory structures have to be compatible with
Right.
that.
Yeah, they
But
have
it lists every option. It lists, detached garages, carports, mailboxes, and the whole works.
Yeah.
And it's
Do
just
mailboxes
double
have to be compatible?
grouped mailboxes.
Yeah, you're gonna have a little mailbox house.
We can show you some that are, you wouldn't know that they're mailbox
They are
structure.
Really?
From Overland Park.
We
So,
don't necessarily.
City Homes has one, but what are you gonna do on like fourplexes and duplexes?
Well, do they have group mailboxes?
They wouldn't have.
You know
Or
what,
would- or
my
would they have
single-family
some-
subdivision has group mailboxes, just
Right,
because
but they
right
just
now.
put them in.
Yeah, but it's the way of the future.
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
just for security reasons.
Yeah.
I
it
think,
makes sense.
and I think the postmasters, especially on any type of multifamily, is making them group together, but I don't know, how far do you wanting on fourplexes and townhomes, are you wanting them to walk? Because they're gonna group them together. I mean, to build a structure for something, for townhomes or fourplexes,
Yeah.
you're gonna wanna
Yeah.
group a large amount together.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to, like, build a whole
No,
mail building. It
yeah.
could be just some sort of simple structure with some sort of very simple roof line that matches the material of the shingling on the complex, just so it's just not this, plain metal box sitting on the side of the road.
Do we have?
Plain mailbox.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it'd
have
be
a
nice if
plain
it was a
ma-
little more decorative.
Yeah, I have a
That's it,
plain
that's
metal
the idea
box
here.
too, yeah, so it's just to spice it up, like, there are definitely complexes, like there's one in particular in Overland Park that has built this entire beautiful mail, building, so that's.
Well, apartment complexes, they all
Yeah.
have the
Well, that's what
Yeah.
pavilions or
Well,
whatever.
I'll tell you what, it's gonna be different too, when we have the new breezeway in the enclosed areas, what you're gonna have is, there's gonna be an enclosed hallway, and what you're gonna have is mailboxes with keys inside, as opposed to outside. Because now it's gonna be enclosed, it's gonna have security to get in, so everyone who lives in that particular building, when they're walking to their unit, if it's enclosed, the mailboxes are gonna be outside there. So that's probably gonna be the way a lot of the multifamily will be built.
But what I'm looking at, not the apartments, but more the townhomes, or the fourplexes and the
And the
duplexes.
Yeah, that's why I was saying we add some sort of decorative something, but you don't have to have a pavilion or a building necessarily. It doesn't have to be a plain metal box. Like, it's getting away from the plain metal boxes where.
What Overland Park has in here, I think is what most of the citizens in this community want.
Say that again?
So I'm comfortable with what Overland Park is.
We just want everything to match.
We don't have to take this verbatim.
No. Okay, roofs.
kind of, your roof line stuff, you kind of hit on your masses already.
Liberty has.
Very roof lines and all.
Liberty has it pretty well defined. I mean, no, what do they call that? Roll, you know, no